So today we're going to be drawing Mickey Mouse. So this is my very first time trying to draw and film at the same time, so please bear with me. So we're going to start off by drawing right in between his two ears. And then we're going to move on to one of his ears, and you just kind of want to make almost a full circle, but it doesn't completely go all the way around. So after we're done with that ear, we're going to move on to the next ear, and you kind of want to do the exact same thing, just with the other ear. So you're going to be drawing an almost circle, but you don't fully complete it. And after we are done with the ears, you're going to want to go to the same side that you finished with, and start to create the, right below his ears, and just kind of do I want to say little semi circles almost, but it really isn't. And then you're going to start to form the rest of Mickey's bottom half of his face. So the two little cheeks kind of bulge out a little bit, and they kind of match up with the bottom of the ears, so you can base that off of how far you draw them out. And it's just because he's smiling, so his cheeks are going to get pushed out a little bit. And then his chin kind of comes down a little bit, so you just want to make sure that it's noticeable that it's extended more than the rest of the face. Next, we're going to move on to completing the rest of Mickey's face. So this is the part that surrounds the eyes, and it's like you're almost drawing little mountains is what I kind of refer to it, because you're drawing little bumps to kind of create the rest of his face. Next, you're going to draw a little line like this. This is where his eyes are going to be placed on top of, and it kind of also helps to give you a little reference point when you're trying to draw the eyes. It gives you a little place to kind of make sure they're centered, and make sure that they're also not too tall and not too short either. And I think it kind of helps to create a little reference point. Next, we're going to be moving on to drawing the actual eyes. So they're since you have that line already underneath, they're going to be almost semicircles, so you're not going to completely draw them all the way out. Next, we're going to move on to the nose. So the nose is just an oval that goes directly under that line we just drew. And then his mouth is, as you can see, you're going to draw a line on the left side and the right side, and then connect it with a little arc. And then underneath that, you're going to do a semicircle as well, which is going to be creating his happy smile. And then you're going to draw a tongue to finish off the mouth. And then to finish off the eyes, we're going to jump back up to that. You're just going to draw little semicircles in his eyes as well. And something I noticed about the Mickey design, it's a lot of semicircles or almost completed circles. So if that helps you, that could be a good reference point. Next, we're just going to do a darker outline around Mickey, just so we have a base to color in. So what I'm just doing here is, which I realized that I had to go back over, because I realized I had the opacity down. So while I am finishing this up, in the comment sections down below, let me know what your favorite Disney character is. I'm kind of torn who my actual favorite one is. I love Olaf. Mickey's great too. But my favorite all-around movie is Tangled, so I would say a lot of the characters probably from Tangled are my favorite. And I also like all the Disney cats. So just let me know in the comment section down below what your favorite Disney character is, or even what your favorite Disney movie is, because I'm curious. I'm a really big Disney fan, so I love to hear what other people's opinions are about Disney. Going over the eyes right now, and then we're going to be darkening the nose. But like I said before, this is a completely optional step, so if you don't feel like doing this, then you don't have to. I'm just doing this because I feel like it kind of, when you're coloring it in, it kind of makes it feel like a coloring book almost. It's like, you know, you're just like doing the coloring page yourself. You're creating it and then you're coloring it in. So that's what it kind of feels like for me, so that's why I do it. And it just makes it feel more put together for me. So we're just finishing off on the outline now. We're just doing the ears, and then we will be moving on to the coloring portion. So now we're going to be coloring Mickey. So we're just going to be coloring his ears, his nose, his eyes, and like the inside of his mouth in a black color. So you can choose to do it in like an old-fashioned version of Mickey, or you can do it in more modern version color scheme. It's completely up to you, so it's just completely your preference. So we're just going to be filling in all these spaces in this color. I will let you listen to some music while we finish coloring the rest of these spaces, and then when we move on to the next color, I'll get back to you. So next we're going to be moving on to like the peach color of Mickey's face. And once again, you can do this in whichever variety or version of Mickey you want to. I just decided to go with kind of like the classic version of Mickey, which is this like peach color. But it's completely up to you what color you want to use for the entirety of Mickey. And even the styling is completely up to you. So we're just going to be coloring in his face in this peach color, and then I will get back to you once we start with a new color. So then we're going to be moving back into Mickey's lips, and I forgot that there was black here, so I went back in and added it. And then his tongue is kind of like a pinkish red color. It's completely up to you what color you want to use. I went with like this in between pink and red. It kind of looks almost coral color, so this was just my preference. And then Mickey is almost done, so we're just going to add some little highlights to his nose and to his eyes. This is a completely optional step. I just wanted to kind of match the photo as much as possible, so I added in the highlights, but you don't have to. You can also do some shading if you want to as well. I decided to leave it out to kind of give it that more cartoony look. And then Mickey is completed. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any tutorials you want to see in the future, make sure to comment down below and I'll be happy to do them.